Zois Chanukah. Zois Chanukah. And you guys are wondering what's being played.
I remember long ago when our family got together, little eyes aglow, multicolored candles burning as the joyous songs were sung. How I miss the menorah lights when we were all so young. Bobby burned the light 'cause every Hanukkah forgot to bring the frying pan and shear.
Zois Chanukah, Chevra. Zois Chanukah. This is the highest moment in the world, Baruch Hashem. And we're all here together. We've been yearning for this moment for so long. I mean, it's not like it was just Chanukah for 7 days, but Gewalt, do we have 8 lights? Gewalt, do we see Moshe Schiff's Pursume Nisa, the whole thing going on, B'Shem Kol Yisrael. Everyone's fulfilling the mitzvah of Pursume Nisa. How beautiful. Ross in the background giving us a little strum. Bells, of course, running the whole thing. And it's just amazing, honestly. Counting down from 105 days officially. We were all counting down before then, since last Hanukkah, but together, just counting down for these moments together. It's like the most special thing in the world. And honestly, like I just want to tear up. I really just want to tear up. And what's so beautiful is that last year, actually this night, the 8th night of Hanukkah, I went to very deep teaching, which we'll get into tonight. I believe Aiden's going to open up with it, the Maharal teaching, which really just changed my perspective on Hanukkah and the whole year. Well, first we're going to have a tefillah b'shem kol Yisrael for all the people that need a refuah. Oh, Bella's switching spots. I see how it is, switching spots in the Zoom. For the people who need a refuah,
I got logged out.
Physically, it's all good. And for all the other neshamos in the world, for every neshama in the world. Master of the world, Hashem, God of truth, in each generation you planted true tzaddikim among us. Loving God, help me come close to the true tzaddikim and receive true counsel from them. Let me follow their advice without deviating from it in any way. Save me from my family and friends and all your people Israel from all evil influences. There are people whose advice and suggestions are like those of, I don't even know how to pronounce this, of bad people. Let me pay no attention to anything they say. Let me not even hear their words. Let nothing they say enter my heart and mind in any way. Mamish, we should be pure like the candles, like the flames of Chanukah. Bezrat Hashem. Now, we're going to move on with halacha for Chanukah. It's really so beautiful. Oh, and we got Donnie Saucin on. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable that we have Donnie on. Donnie, you hear us?
Donnie, we don't accept. Donnie, we don't accept. No. Everyone's cameras are on tonight because the Festival of Lights. There's no masks. This is important, even though we have the Grager with us, because you have to have the Grager with the menorah.
Okay, so Chevra, everybody knows that fasting is not permitted on Chanukah. However, on the day before Chanukah and on the day after Chanukah, it is permitted to deliver a eulogy and to fast. This is written in, eulogies are forbidden on the days of Chanukah itself. Chevra, just halacha to know. Now we're moving on. Guys, the Purim, 101 days. Are we revealing the masks or what's going on? 101 days. Gewalt, Baruch Hashem. A huge mazel tov to someone who's on with us tonight, Liora Galish, for getting engaged. Mamish, the biggest mazel tov in the world. Oh, di shama v'yava v'yehuda. Chavra is singing. We're going to open up with the Rishner.
Thank you.
Pleasure. The biggest teaching in all of Shas, in all of Am Yisrael. Nita, you ready for this? The Rishner says that what the tzaddikim accomplish and pray for on Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah, simple people can attain on Zos Chanukah, on Chanukah itself. Simple people. So Rav Eli Melech Biederman relays a story, and he says that imagine someone who needs to get to the 100th floor in a building. He presses the button to the elevator in the lobby, gets in the elevator, the doors close, and he goes up and up and up and up. He gets to the 100th floor, and then doors open. And he's just standing there. He's not moving. The doors are open to the 100th floor. The chevra on the 100th floor are like, come on, get out of the elevator. What are you doing? And the guy who's in the elevator is like, I don't feel like I'm on the 100th floor. I don't feel like I'm there. So he didn't get out of the elevator. He was on the 100th floor, but he didn't get out of the elevator. So to us, we're here. We're in the highest of heights. We're in the highest worlds, whether we feel it or not. We're on the 100th floor. We just need to take a step out. Chevra, give us all the bracha as we're entering Zosa Chanukah, that we should take that step out of the elevator. We're on the 100th floor. Whether we feel it or we don't feel it, whether we see it or don't see it. But if we step 1 foot out, my gosh, that one step could give us everything. Could give us life for the rest of our life. Now we're going to open up with Aiden. Aiden, of course, those Chanukah salvations.
Is it it starts with it states, right?
Of course.
All right. I don't know where it ends, but
it ends with your picture.
Whoa.
Oh, it's so deep. Or begins with your picture. I don't know. So the beginning.
It never ends.
Never ends. Never ends. By the way, Chaver, one more thing. I'm sure the fire emoji, the bonfire emoji is circling around the WhatsApps and everything. So I said that to Rav Yair, and Rav Yair is like, why does it end? I'm like, what do you mean? And then I looked at the sticker, and the fire is burning for 8 seconds. And then it stops. Like the animation stops. So Rav Yair said it should never stop.
It should never end.
Make a sticker. We have to make a sticker that's just constantly on fire. Anyways, Aiden, open us up.
It states, Ish ba'er lo yada ve'kasil v'lo yavan at zot. The fool doesn't know, and the unintelligent doesn't understand zot. We can explain that he doesn't understand that Zot Chanukah is a special day. V'lo chachma yishgilu zot. If you are wise, you will understand Zot, the importance of Zot Chanukah, and Bezot ani boteach, and Zot Chanukah, I trust in Hashem's salvation. Keep going.
Keep going with the Maharal. This is the biggest teaching.
The Maharal teaches that the world was created with the number 7 days in the week. 7 chachmot. 8 represents a world beyond nature, a world where miracles occur.
Chavra, Chanukah is so beyond. It's mamash so beyond. I don't know where the base Aaron. I think it's the source is in here. I sent it to one of the Chavra. So we'll get to it in a second. Why the 8th day of Chanukah is the miracle itself. Rav Aaron of Karlin goes into it. If not, if I didn't send it to any of you, we'll go back to it. But mamash 8 is beyond. We live in a realm of 7. We live in the world of 7. That's why Chanukah is every single day. It's just eternal. It's mamish eternal. There's open miracles that are happening every single day, every single second. Mamish, you should be able to see it. Wow, the Maharal. And that teaching is so much deeper. This is just surface level. Anyone else? Not anyone else. We have an order. I think we have an order. So now we're going to go with Rav Shlomo Babav. The Baba for Rebbe. Tamar, you ready? Ready to fire it up?
1 second. Okay. Rabbi Shlomo of Babov said that the miracles of Zot Chanukah are alluded to in the pasuk Met Hashem Haita Zot I Niflat Beineno. The Niflat wonders will happen because of Zot Chanukah. The Bnei Yissaschar writes, the earlier Rabbanim often said that Chanukah is Misugal for Kidat Akarot, for barren women to bear children. In my opinion, the Sigula is primarily on Zot Chanukah. Rabbi Aaron of Belz and several other tzaddikim would repeat this idea from the Bnei Yissaschar each year at their Zot Chanukah Tish.
Everyone, this is Mamash the Tish, and we're repeating it right now. Anything could happen. Samson's on fire. This is the Tish. Anything could happen. Anything can happen this Hanukkah. The most exalted miracles in the world.
Everyone get a l'chaim. Everyone should have a l'chaim.
L'chaim.
No, actual l'chaim. Alcohol.
L'chaim al-mayim. Mamish. L'chaim, but Mamish, guys, this is the
l'chaim al-shemen.
L'chaim al-shemen. This is the Tish. We're understanding the significance of Zos Chanukah just a little bit, right? We're just on the surface. We're just on the tip of the iceberg. It's the deepest thing in the world. The miracles that happen on Zos Chanukah and for the rest of the year, we can't even grasp, can't even think. Who has Rabbi Pinchas of Koretz? We're going on the story. Story time, Jordan Bellows. Story time. This is the best part.
On Chanukah?
On Chanukah.
On Chanukah, especially Zos Chanukah, it is the time that Mesugal for Refuah. A story took place in Paris in the yeshiva of Chaim Yitzchak Chaikin Zatzal, a student of the Chafetz Chaim Zatzal. A bacher in the yeshiva became ill. A tumor was found in his neck. The doctors said he needed surgery immediately. However, they cautioned that the operation itself was dangerous. At the time, Rabbi Ezekiel of Preshuvovsk Zatzal lived in Paris, and they asked him for advice. He replied, "It's only 3 weeks after Hanukkah, and I still have my wicks from Chanukah. Place the wicks on the tumor, and the bacher should stay home for 3 days." They did so, and the tumor disappeared to the astonishment of the doctors. Whoa.
Mamish insane. Just one more quick story, and then we're going to end it off with Samson, because we all know he's yearning for the Beis HaMikdash, like we're all trying to do every single day. And it would be, I guess it's fitting that he ends it off with a Mashiach Torah. But another story from Rabbi Ezekiel, or Itzkiel. One person, this is similar to the Mooncatcher passport story that we all know. But this chassid once needed to travel somewhere, and he went to the Rebbe. He's like, "Rebbe, I don't have the right passport to go travel. How do I travel? What should I do?" So the Rebbe Iskiel goes into his office and comes out with what? All you guys know the Mooncatcher passport, so you guys would say a blank piece of paper. But this time, he came out with a bencher. He came out with a bencher, and he's like, "Go hand this to the border control, go hand this to the police, and everything will be okay." You got to believe in the stories of the Tzaddikim, mamash. So this chassid, imagine the emunah that he has in his Rebbe and the Tzaddikim and the Ribbon Shalom, goes to the border police, hands over the bencher, chavra, and they stamp it. They let him go, but where did they stamp? Where do they stamp in the bencher? Al Hanisim. They stamped on Al Hanisim, and they have the bencher today. It exists. Chavra. It's there. Proof. Stamped on Al Hanisim. Can't make this up. Chavra, this is the craziest thing in the world. Zois Chanukah. The story didn't actually happen on Chanukah itself, but it clearly came from Chanukah. Like we all know the story. I forget the tzaddik, but he once had a fly that was bothering him right before Rosh Hashanah. The fly was like constantly attacking him. And he just like came to the realization that, you know what? That's a Rosh Hashanah fly. So what's the explanation of this? On Rosh Hashanah, things are decreed. Things are set for the following year, right? Your salary, everything. I think in the Gemara, the Daf Yomi Chaver know this. Maybe in Beitza, it talks about the set salary. But even the flies are Rosh Hashanah flies. So this was clearly a Chanukah story. So anyways, Samson, end off with Mashiach, like we all need you to do.
Okay, so we'll end off with Mashiach, but first the Rishner has to come because the Rishner is already the Hachana to Mashiach. So we'll read the page before. As the Rishner said, what Tzaddikim accomplished, and you read this already, no? Did you read this?
We can read it again. It's our first time learning it.
Did you read it? Did I miss that?
Maybe, but it's our first time learning it.
Okay. As the Rishner said, what Tzaddikim accomplished on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, some people can accomplish on Zos Chanukah. We can daven for Yeshuos and Refuos, and they will come. Bezras Hashem. As the Shaul Umeshiv, Divrei Shaul, Zal teaches, although we generally don't daven for miracles on Chanukah, we may, because on Chanukah, miracles are the norm and the standard way Hashem leads the world. In the Sefer Chesed LeAvram, now open your hearts, Chaver, because this is the deepest. In the Sefer Chesed LeAvram from Rebbe Avram of Radomsk, the Holy Radomsker Rebbe HaKohen, and it's only so fitting, I'm sorry, I'm tangenting now, and it's only so fitting that we're reading the final Torah of this Brengen right now from the Radomsker about Mashiach, because he himself was a Kohen, as is known. It states that Zos Chanukah was Mesugal for hastening the ringing of Mashiach. Since on Zos Chanukah, we read, V'Zos Chanukah Mizbeach B'Yom Himashech Oso. The word, and Himashech is from the word Mashiach, as is known. Everyone knows this. Another hint is from Madlikin Shmonat Yemei Chanukah. The first letters, the Rosh Tevot, spell out the word Mashiach.
Oh my gosh. Chavra, this is mamish like the most beautiful night in the world. I don't want it to end. But we have the free version of Zoom.
It's never ended. It's never ending, and it's never beginning, and it's always beginning.
It's always beginning. And we have the free version of Zoom, Baruch Hashem, but it's not even like there's a time limit. But there was a lot going on tonight. There's a lot to process. There's a lot to work on. So, wow. And it's very fitting that Moshe ended off with the Mashiach Torah, Baruch Hashem. And Chavar, I just want to wish everyone health, happiness, and success. The ride is just beginning. We're already on the countdown for Purim, 101 days. We're constantly yearning. We're constantly growing together. Everyone should be healthy, happy, and successful. Oh, the Chevra there in Ariel, Mamish, unbelievable. Everyone should be healthy, happy, and successful, whether you're in Ariel University, Mamish, making bridges throughout the world, yearning for the Beis HaMikdash, Resume Nisa, the whole thing. Aiden Cohen, the best guitar player. I'm just yearning to be like Aiden Cohen. Leora.
Ross is the best guitar player.
Ross is the best guitar player. 1A and 2B. Or 1A and 1B. When I say 2B, it's 1A, 1B. But anyways, Leora, Mamash, the biggest mazel tov in the world. I think we're all going to dance off Zoom.
Thank you so much.
We're just going to dance in our own spaces after Zoom. But Mamash, like the biggest mazel tov in the world. What a bracha to get you on.
Thank you.
And Jordan Bellows.
Amen. I appreciate it.
Oh, Bellows just left. No, Bellows left. Connection. And Donnie, of course, the Rosh Yeshiva, the CEO of Stealing Torah. Donnie, even though his face, we can't see his face. We could all see it. We all know. Donala, we love you so much. Clever, have the best night in the world. Zos Chanukah. Anything could happen. You just got to believe it. You got to take that 1 foot out of the elevator and you're mamish there. We're on the 100th floor. Clever, be well.